The method by which humans fight diseases could change entirely in the coming years. Take a look around you. What do you see? Maybe a chair, a water bottle, or perhaps just the screen you're reading this on. Try to look deeper. Everything around us, including yourself and I, are made up of atoms. Both living and inanimate objects, anything you see, are comprised of different kinds of atoms. Humans, for example, are made up of mostly hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen atoms. When a person dies, those atoms that make them up will zip away for another purpose. A lot goes on at the microscopic level in regard to human health. As your cells mature and go through their life cycle, they eventually begin a process called apoptosis. Essentially, there are certain cells that tell other cells when it's time to kick the bucket due to their old age. This microscopic process is completely natural and quite important to our overall health. Cancer, for example, is largely caused by a cell that does not go through apoptosis and becomes rogue, mutating into harmful variations. The problem is, it's difficult to ever know if and when a cell in your body may trigger this process. In fact, it's hard to fight much of what happens in our body at the microscopic level. A large reason why cancer is so difficult to treat is that it's hard to predict blood supply to the tumor area, necessary for depositing drugs. Additionally, tumors can constantly change or mutate, making matters more complicated. Cancer is just one of many horrible diseases that are hard to fight at the microscopic level. New advances in technology, however, hope to change this fact in the future. Nanotechnology has a wide array of potential uses, health treatment being among them. To be clear, it is defined as nanotechnology is the construction and use of functional structures designed from atomic or molecular scale with at least one characteristic dimension measured in nanometers. For all Marvel fans out there, Tony Stark's suit in Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame were both made up of nanotechnology. While it was an exaggeration of their potential, nanotechnology's depiction in those movies wasn't inaccurate. On that note, the aspect of nanotechnology that would prove to be most useful in the health sphere would most likely be nanorobotics, essentially miniature machines or robots. One potential use of nanorobotics would be the pinpoint accurate delivery of drugs to necessary areas of the body. Drugs from chemotherapy flood the entire body, as mentioned earlier, which takes a toll on the immune system. Should nanorobots be developed enough, they could be inserted via needle or aerosol to simply pinpoint the tumor and deliver the drugs to that specific region. In fact, researchers at MIT back in 2009 were able to kill ovarian cancer cells in mice by heating up the tumor cell. That cancer did not return for the duration of their experiment. Furthermore, MIT researchers have been developing another nanoparticle that can turn blood clotting on and off. This would be incredibly useful during surgeries or simply when healing a wound. Think of the potential with a disease such as hemophilia, where a blood clotting factor is needed. At the moment, these nanoparticles are just that, particles. What if nanorobots were further developed? In theory, there would be no need for injections from shots when you have a microscopic army keeping you safe at all times of the day or night. Most diseases of the human body or sicknesses even are because our cells and, by extension, their atoms, aren't doing what they should be. If we could have a guarding system in place such as nanorobots that could correct these errors, many diseases could be eradicated. For all these benefits, though, it is worth wondering if there are any negatives. Some feel that the potential toxic effect of nanoparticles or theoretical nanorobotics has not yet been studied enough. Not to mention the fact that the nanorobots would have to be self-sustaining and not controlled by an external party. As a friend once told me, if it can be controlled by one person, it can be hacked by another. Furthermore, scientists would have to overcome the compatibility issue. Our bodies are very picky when it comes to what they allow in the bloodstream. No guarantee exists that white blood cells wouldn't try to fight nanoparticles. Regardless, the future of health is almost certainly nanotechnology. At the moment, our medicinal practices focus on the big picture. Perhaps one day we will be able to stop diseases before they even happen. The benefits of nanotechnology won't just extend to medicine, but could potentially change the future of all aspects of our society.